just as the president said, law of averages. Possibilities are that we could be hit. So let's not wait until we are hit and then we'll be running skelter. It's beautiful that those who sat and devised these teams have come up, 8 of them. So that I charge you that as quickly as possible, that those 8 teams must be in place. One, you told me that for the security, I chair, yes? And I have my commander, immigration, police, they are all ready. So as for us, we are ready together. But surveillance, risk, burial, logistics, transport, contact tracing, they must all be in place. Data, with alacrity. And in so saying, I come to you, MMDCs. We don't even have the region. You are the collection that gives us the region. Now, wherever it happens in a district. So the district must be more prepared for me just to sit on top. And so your directors, as Dr. Sapon was spelling it out, I'm sure they already know. So when he left 1 or 2 out, they said, no, you are not complete. Which is that the directors at the district level also know that these are 8. It must not be just paper tiger, that this has been discussed. We know that these are the teams that must be formed, and we are certain. It's as good as not going to the meetings and the orientations and all of that. So MMDCs, please get these teams formed immediately. Immediately, and I mean immediately. Working closely with your Director of Health Services, please get the membership. You have to call them to inaugurate. I don't know whether it will require inauguration or they just be told that you have been formed and they go out. Sometimes the inauguration doesn't come. They don't have the feeling that a work must start. So if by tomorrow you have them, please inaugurate them and charge them to begin work. This region must not be hit, and then you are seen running helter-skelter. We would have all failed. It's important. It's a suspected case there, and they must be held. You are saying all the way the person must be brought to Aguna, that's the capital, before, no. In between Ahmadonko and Aguna Sedro, it could come up with a lot of problems. Those who may handle and all of that. So in order to eliminate this risk factor in between Ahmadonko and Sedro, we must, as leaders, be able to say we can designate this place to serve that stretch of community. That's why we have come together. We are the masters of the region. We are taking charge. If we don't do that, and there's a problem, first and foremost, we stand to blame. That is why we have come around this table. And the matter is that we want to work in collaboration with the directors of education, the assembly, then the directorate of Ghana Health Service, to be able to designate schools and inspect with your good, beautiful selves and that of the directors of education and directors of health service. So are we saying that every district has a designated school? Yes. No, this was to the MMDCs. This was to the MMDCs. So those who don't have, let me see you by hand. Yes, Honorable Otu, Honorable Mike Mensah, the 2 of you, and then Honorable Ohinando. Okay, so 3 out of 22. We must not be caught unprepared. That if we got it, no. At all. So we need to have a place. So I think that this matter has already been answered. But I require all of you districts to submit the designated places to the Regional Director, Ghana Health Service. This is us, not even Accra asking for it. Us. But if there was any issue, it will not be Accra coming. It is us. So quickly, let's submit all these places to the Regional Director. And as I've said, they may find time and visit them and see where they need to smoothen the edges, they do so. The District Directorate, I know your items are not enough, but if we had somebody who had it and transferred it to the meat, I don't know whether by boiling it will die, but let's not take chances. By boiling it will die, but let's not take chances. So if we could identify the butcher houses, and then get a few of these nose masks for them, it will help us. So let's do that. You were not invited to the meeting. Once it now comes up for implementing, please put the pain of not being informed and not being invited to the meeting behind you, and get on board to get the issues resolved. Then after, when we have overcome, then you can go back and pick the quarrel. That I'll support you. Again, chief executives, you are the arrowhead leaders. If the arrow did not have the full length, it cannot go and perform its function. The full length is the Director, Ghana Health Service, is the Director, Ghana Education Service, is the police commander, is all these stakeholders. Do not undertake any assignment, unless, of course, it was beyond circumstances. It was too emergency of nature. Then that one, you will not have to consult before. That one, you take the decision, then you get back to them. But otherwise, get all on board. It is a collective fight. Let's all fight together and overcome this. I pray and hope that this cap will run over, and that at every post, the blood of the lamb will be there, and the region will be free. But if it came, it must come when we are ready, full, prepared, and ready to fight it. I thank you once again for coming.